What in the world was BMX thinking when they came up with this idea? Look at this gear, guys. Giant gear. 44 tooth, 16 rear. The ratio on it, 2.75. I'm a little old, and it's not true. Asians are not all good at math. You take the 44 divided by 16, you're gonna get 2.75. Look how big it is. How many of you guys got your pants tagged in here? How many of you guys have ridden this on certain dirt jump or even certain ramp and you got sent over your bar because the coping hits this? Let me show you the bad idea. Look at this display I got here for you guys. What is this all about? The bike over there that I was showing you guys, this was the gear ratio that we all grew up with. 44:16. Look at the size of this. Although having that big size got a more creative design, but it's huge, heavy. So somebody in the industry go, wait, we're getting clipped with the coping. Comment in if you guys have ever been clipped by the coping and go over your bar. I have, okay? So somebody went out and changed this to a 39. But guys, in order to change it to a 39, you got to change the freewheel. There are hubs that are flip-flop. Go watch the other episode that I talk about it. Flip-flop is when a hub has thread on both sides. One side is to run 16 or bigger, the other side to run 15 or smaller. You have to have that hub in order to run a 39, because on a 39, we're running a 15 tooth. Then it went progressed to a 36. Then they went to a 33. Then they went to a 30. Somebody went out there and go, hey, I got this genius idea. Why don't we go with this Ninja Star I found? This is an 8 tooth, guys. Proper gear ratio, 2.75. This is the closest to that ratio. Somebody came up with this idea. They're like, hey, if we make it this small, then guess what? We won't ever hit the coping. And when we're grinding, the rear peg won't hit the ledge. But guys, what are you gonna do with this little tiny gear? Can you imagine pedaling? You're gonna be pedaling and barely moving. Versus this, you're gonna be cranking, you'll be going. Ethan, when you saw this stuff, oh, you're a little bit younger.
I won't lie, I bought that when I was like 13.
Okay, that's because, okay, he's young.
It's just Dakota Roche rode it, and he was my hero.
I don't think Dakota was on an 8. Was he?
He was on the 25.8, a little bit heavier.
25.8.
It felt like 28.9.
Okay, so I think you guys all have to be like in your mid 40s and up in order to not understand this. These kids are a little bit immune to this, but you know, we're like, dude, this is, you're out of your mind. You're not gonna pedal and get anywhere. It is the dumbest thing. It must have came off like a clown's bike. Somebody goes, you know what? You're right. You're right. Let's just add one tooth more to it. So we go to a 9.25. Somewhere in there, it's stuck at 9.25 because you look at every single bike, it's 9.25. Pretty much if you're gonna buy a BMX bike nowadays, 99% of them is 25.9. So the 8.22 was just too small. But there was also the problem about it being so small that the chain, when it was wrapping around it, the chain was stretching so much that each of the link would snap. So they felt the sweet spot is the 25.9. I don't know if you guys heard me say it earlier, because I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I do what I do best. I get everybody confused. 1644 is, the gear ratio is 2.75. 22 divided by 8, it comes out 2.75. So the gear where you're moving it, the ratio is the same. But there's a slight difference. With the lighter gear right here, the little startup is gonna be a little bit easier because you're not cranking all this. Plus, having this little guy right here, the advantage to the disadvantage is, you're right. Now when you ride, you could drop in the steepest ramp. I think with a 22.8 or even a 25.9, you could probably drop into a pretty steep half pipe and you might nick it versus this. So that's the first positive. The second positive part is weight, guys. Weight. Look at the size of that. Okay? This thing here, at this piece right here weighs next to nothing compared to this. So I would say, just top of my head, okay, just like this hat, I'm gonna say this guy here it feels like it's probably 4 or 5 times heavier than this. I don't have a crack scale here, so I don't know, but I'm just gonna tell you by feel. This is way heavier. Okay, Ethan, white hand. Oh,
My wrist.
your white hand.
It almost floated away.
4 or 5 times lighter.
Well, this is steel, and this is aluminum. For starters, this is way heavier. This is probably like a pound and a half. This is like, I don't even know where I lost it. Do you remember where I put it? Because I don't even. Oh, shit. So light, I didn't even notice it was there.
So he's right. It was a kind of bad comparison because this is steel, but I can't find a 2022. But guys, look at this piece. This is the 16-tooth Freewheel. It's almost the size of a Freewheel. Imagine this guy versus, I know that little driver goes all the way in here, but it's still lighter than this. So overall, the positive on running the micro drive, what they call it, it's lighter. And then there's more. Look at this, guys. The amount of chain on this. So the gear is gonna go like this. I'm not gonna wrap it all the way around because that's unrealistic, because the gear normally don't go like that. The gear normally goes like this, right? So I'm gonna stop this from here to here, okay? Look at the amount of chain there is. That is the difference, guys. This is where the other chain was. You're gonna be getting rid of about 6 inch of chain. So you got 6 inch less chain, you got less material overall. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's about almost 2 pound difference, okay? Some of you guys are like, hell no. Okay. Send me a scale, okay? So we're talking about clearance, and then we're also talking about weight-wise. Now, one of the things what a lot of you guys don't understand on my side, where as business side, if I went and I order this, if I order a dozen of these, could you guys imagine the size of the box and how heavy the box is versus a dozen of this, the packaging. So shipping overall and the storage, it's totally different. And finally, strength. This thing right here, if we were to put this in here and I'm gonna bend it, this is gonna bend a lot easier. Versus I'm gonna try to bend this. It's a lot more solid. Even if you were to make it like here, this one right here. It's got all these little stars in it. I will still bet you this thing here, when you try to bend it, it's a lot harder. I mean, it's obviously not as hard as this S&M one right here because it's solid, but it might be stronger than this because it's so small. So when you're grinding, you actually do hit, it's stronger. Back here, this thing is so small, it's being protected. Look at the dropout. This is tucked inside the dropout. It's not sticking out, so nothing hits. So, bad idea, worst idea, was it? You know what? It all depends how you look at it. It is a really weird looking thing, and you know what? If I was not in the industry, I would probably go you know what? My kid looks like well, he does kind of look like a monkey. Does he? He kind of look, yeah. He's on his little go-kart, look at him.
Max gotta let him know.
You know, it will look kind of funny, but because I'm in the industry, I understand. And as you can see, Ethan was like, nah, dude, I was on one of those because he grew up in a time where he saw that was the norm. And you guys saw this as a norm. Do you guys see this? No. But guys, I'm gonna take back what I said at the beginning. These gear ratio, the small one, what they consider the micro drive, it's not the worst. It actually is a better and improved technology in BMX. Now, remember what I said, BMX, I'm not talking about the bicycles in BMX because of the stuff we do. Okay, so scratch everything I said at the beginning. I know some of you guys only watched the very, very first minute and you guys are like tripping. What's the one I said? BMX is dead? Wow. If some of you guys go over there and read the comments, people are like, what are you talking about is dead? I only said that the first segment. Watch the whole thing, okay? It's not dead. It's thriving, okay? So I hope this clears it up for you guys. I hope it clears up multiple different things and you guys are like, oh God, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, okay? And comment in. Like I said, comment in if you guys went from a 44, now you guys are on a smaller one and it's a 9-day difference because of everything I say, or because it wasn't. Comment in your experience. I read those comments. And some of them I go, you know what? I laugh about it. Some of them I go, you know, I never thought it that way. Okay, guys? Guys, subscribe, share. On to the next one. Thank you, guys.